Shalom. Right? We start out by giving infinite honors to our Heavenly Father and our great King.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Harakatash.
We're going to give double honors to our elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone, who are brethren double honors and salutations to our fellow laborers in the Mashiach Yahushua, pushing this beautiful truth across the four winds in this fine hour. Shalom, one of you brothers.
Shalom.
All right. Speaking of the fine hour, man, the Lord told us to come out here and He's going to put His words in our mouth and prophesy to the nations, whether they hear or forbear. All right, and what we're coming with on this topic is about the hyperinflation that was foretold in the scriptures that would happen in the final hour. Okay, everybody here that's got comfortable in America, the Lord is about to make it uneasy for every human on the planet Earth. He's going to collapse the dollar, implement a new digital dollar, and everybody that's on the planet Earth is going to have to get Satan's serum and mark imprint in them. Okay, but before that's fully instituted, it's about to be pandemonium. It's about to be a crash. All right, the system is about to crash. The fish gate is about to be destroyed. The money system is going to be destroyed, and people are going to be in bad case. All right, hyperinflation is going to happen right before that crash. All right, a gallon of milk might be what, $3 now, two something, three something. It's going to go up to $30 a gallon. What gas at right now? $5?
Three.
Oh, is it 3 something?
It's 3 because Louisiana has the lowest. I looked it up. You know, doing the whole inflation thing. I'm gonna get that definition too. During the time that we're in right now, it's called inflation. Okay, Louisiana out of all 50 states has pretty much the lowest gas prices across Baton the Great right now. In some states, it is at like what they said. Yeah, California. It's damn sure at $5 in California. All right, so it's different price, prices on these at these gas refineries and everything like this. Okay, because what you make, like California, you may go out there and make $30 to $50 an hour, but what you make, the wages that you make is going to equal to you paying $5 a gallon. Okay, like down here you may make $15 to $20. It's going to equal to that $3, like you say, $3.
Yeah, from the ad. And the reason Louisiana's stuff is that low is because the majority of the gas production is done down here in Louisiana and Texas. So you don't have to pay the transport costs and things like that. If you get it, why you got cancer Allen, and that's why everything is so messed up around here. You know,
$3 a gallon that shoots up to $30 a gallon. Even all right, let's not even go that far to 13. Let's say if it go up $10, $13 a gallon. 13 gallon. Hey, that's hyperinflation. That's not inflation. That's hyperinflation. All right, goes up double. Okay, these are the times we're living in, and the typical American, the middle class, because America is basically it's full of middle class people. Most people in America live in that middle class area. They're not going to be able to afford to live once that's implemented. And that's why the Lord says it's going to be a crashing at the fish gate. All right? That's what's going to bring in famine, pestilence, and pandemonium, hyperinflation. Everything's going to start with the prices skyrocketing. And basically, they going up right now. The prices are going up right now. Like basic things we normally get. I went to get some kibbutz last night. And I was like, man, I used to spend $9 on this motherfucker. That motherfucker went up to $14.
Let me get that for you up. And get this up now 1 to 10 for the brother. This is the definition of inflation. We're going to get to hyperinflation in just a moment. It says inflation is the rate of increase in prices over a given period of time. Mm-hmm. So what the brother was normally going to pay, there was like early 2000s when Jake was off in the world, you know, going to the club. Like before you go to the club, you stop and get your little bottle.
$9 or $10. Yeah, like I remember because I don't really get that shit that Kavasi. I'm like, man, I went to get it there, and I was like, damn, that bitch went up $4-5. All right, and that's just the beginning.
Yeah.
When you go buy the turkey out of Walmart and shit, that shit done went up, man. All right, so we are seeing the birth pains of it. All right. So that's why the Lord is telling us, men of the Lord, to prepare. We're not going to be able to, most Americans, even so-called well-to-do Americans. If you have brothers who well-to-do, the Lord take care of us, but nobody's going to be able to afford the hyperinflation that's about to fall down on these silly Americans. Okay? And that's what we're about to go into. It's foretold in the scriptures. The Lord watches over his word to perform it. You're not about to be able to afford gas, milk, meat, water. You're not going to be able to afford it. If you're working, if you're not a part of that $200,000 a year club,
yes,
you know what I mean, which most Americans aren't, you're not going to be able to live here.
yeah. Hey.
You're gonna have to submit to the system, whatever they roll out and give you.
Yep, like dealing with women, like they like to go to those strip clubs, women having selling their body for to get cash. That price is gonna go up, and they not gonna be able to buy it. And it's gonna cause all hell to break loose.
See, but for you women that you harlots, when it comes to when life changes like that, men ain't even gonna be worried about getting it.
Yeah, they take it.
They're gonna take it.
Right.
They're not gonna be like they're gonna be like the audacity of you to go up. It's rough out here. They're just gonna take it. You're gonna have police are in that area. When they can't afford the cost of living and feed their children, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna go renegade out here.
They're gonna rip their badges off.
They're gonna take them badges off because their families suffer. So what you're paying them ain't gonna be enough. These are the turbulent times, those fierce times.
Yes.
That we were talking about in Timothy, the 3rd chapter, man.
Yep.
All right. So let's start off in Revelation, the 6th chapter, and go into the hyperinflation.
Let me read the rest of this before you dive in. It says, inflation is typically a broad measure, such as the overall increase in prices or the increases in the cost of living in a country. So what you were paying the previous year is a slight increase in the prices today. And you see what the Federal Reserve under the Edomite Jerome Powell is doing. They're doing what they call rate hikes. Go from 50 base points to from a period in the next quarter, you may go to 100. Okay, I think they're scheduled to do one in the coming months, another one. All right, it's going all the way up, man. All right, it's putting a strain on the people's pockets, man.
All right, now that's the definition
of inflation.
All right, now this is the definition of hyperinflation. All right, hyperinflation is generally defined as increase of 50%. Okay, listen to that. When something goes up 50%, that's hyperinflation. No American that's in the middle class American can live here if the prices go up 50% for everything. You're not gonna be able to if you got a mortgage and you're in middle class America, you're not getting paid in that if you're in that 50, 60, 40,000 a year, even 70,000 on down, you're not gonna be able to afford to live in America. You're not gonna be able to pay your mortgage, your bills, your car insurance, and your groceries, your phone bills. There's no way you're gonna be able to fit that bill.
I got something going to what you're saying. What percentage of people in America make $200,000 or more? 10% of households make $200,000 or more, and that would allow you to take care of yourself in the turbulent times we're coming into. All right, but the most of Americans, like the brother said, are middle class. All right, they're workers, they're laborers, they're toilers. You're not going to be able to deal with what? Gas, food, and utilities all at the same time. You're going to have to sacrifice something. All right, and what's ultimately going to happen is people are going to lose faith in the system. They're going to lose faith in the police. They're going to lose faith in their boss, and they're going to become primal. Okay, they're going to go back to that old ancient man, like when you see a hungry lion.
Hey, this goes into that. I'm going to start off and just read it through. Hyperinflation is generally defined as price increase of 50% or more per month. But in worst known cases, prices have doubled in days or hours. That's where that pandemonium is going to come.
Rapid.
Rapid.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hyperinflation is happening only when people lose all confidence in a government and its institutions, usually in the aftermath of political or economic upheaval. And we all know that's what's going to happen, man. We all know something's gonna happen. It's gonna have a hurricane, an earthquake.
Yes.
Something might shake up in
Volcano
Congress.
eruption.
One of them senators or presidents might get knocked off. Something's gonna happen.
A George Floyd situation.
Yes. That's what happened in France.
I know. That's what I threw out there.
Yeah.
A T attack.
A T attack.
All of these things.
All things.
Yes.
Brother. Let me get this real quick out. This 2 Ezra chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. This is where you at right now. Because like you said, once earlier, before the C-19 popped off, okay, they thought it was in a good case. But now things are gradually changing. All right, the elders always going to that word, gradualism. Things are on the up and up, man. All right, making it hard for you to get certain things. Now you're limited on things that you were getting the previous years. Okay, well let me. I can only afford to get this right now. I have to wait till the next paycheck. All right, to do this. Or if I'm short on this bill, I have to get a 10-day extension. Okay, so I get paid again to make that next payment or to catch up on that next bill. All right, shit is finna get real tough for you Israelites, man, specifically. All right, it says they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
See, we following what in the carnal realm, in the secular realm, was going to happen through the scriptures. This was foretold thousands of years ago. All right, that's why I say Yahweh's the testimony of Yahweh is the spirit of prophecy. Okay, this was foretold in the ancient world for these modern times. All right, crashing at the fish gate. All right, now you want me to go get that Revelation 6 and read it for you?
Yeah, that was it on.
Okay. Go ahead, brother.
All right, Revelation 6 and 5. And when he opened the third seal, I heard the beast say, "Come and see." And I beheld, and lo, a black horse.
Mm-hmm. And that black horse represents hyperinflation.
And he sat on him, had a pair of balances in his hand.
And those balances goes into what? The banking systems, the monetary systems, the economic systems. All right,
and it goes into yokes.
Yeah.
All right, it goes to the yokes, putting money on the system and on the Israelites, so on and so forth.
See, ultimately, that black horse goes into a bad time, a dark period, ultimately back into slavery. All right, like we do around the 28th chapter. All right, so this is what's coming up. Like what I said earlier, perilous time. The black represents a bad period of time that's coming upon the earth. The struggle to make ends meet. All right, the curses are on you tribes forever. All right.
Yeah, you see when you look at these different horses, one horse,
the
red horse was to bring war. All right, World War III and all type of wars. The other one was to bring sickness.
Yep.
All right, and death. And this one is gonna fuck up what? How you get your livelihood. All right, how you get your daily bread. All right. Every horse brings some type of catastrophe to the planet Earth. Once the money system crashes and you can't feed your family, it goes hand in hand with the war and the pestilence. Okay? And he sat on and had a pair of balances in his head. And when he goes in the yokes, this devil is going to use his money system to implement this charagma, this imprint, and he's going to have what? A greater yoke on you than he had on the slave plantations. Okay? And I heard a voice in the midst of the 40 beasts say, "A measure of wheat for a penny." You got it, bro.
Go ahead, read it all the way.
And 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see that thou hurt not the oil and the wine.
All right. Now, when we go into that word penny, that is G1220, denarion. All right. And it says denarius equal containing 10, a Roman silver coin in New Testament time. It took its name from it being equal to 10 asses. All right. Now we're gonna go into what asses are. All right. Let me get it real quick. As Roman coin. It was the lowest denomination of coins that you can get. All right. And the asses, I just read that the denarius was a silver coin, and the asses were bronze and copper coins. And it took 10 asses to equal 1 denarius. But the 1 denarius represented a whole day's pay. So for that bread that you got to pay a denarius for, before that you could have got it for 1 ass. You could have got the 3 for 2 asses. You see, and it's basically going to go into you're not going to be able to sustain yourself. All right, and this is a crisis that's manufactured. That's going to they call it gather all the sheep, send them through that path, and lead them right to the M, to the O, to the T, to the B. Those people are going to lose their faith in this system, and Esau is going to come up with the M to the O to the T to the B to regain the faith that people lost in him.
He's going to set the house on fire and come through the back of the house. The back of the house, open the door with a resolution.
Right.
And it's what you call it? Problem,
reaction, solution.
Problem, reaction, solution. That's a devil. He's a magician. He's good at what he does.
That's demonic, man.
And when that brother went into the asses, 10 asses to equal the equivalent of 1 denarius. So it don't take a full day work to get a measure of wheat or 3 measures of barley.
And that's
all right?
going into your bill.
Yeah, so that's the equivalent like a full day's work here in America. You'll have enough to pay a light bill, a water bill. You see what I'm saying? Not 1 day. But you know, but whereas you would have enough to pay a basic bill, all right, now a full day will go into you just having enough money to buy a loaf of fucking bread. That's talking about hyper fucking inflation, man. That's that, yes, and the black horse is here to bring straits, calamities, and atrocities to the peoples of the earth.
I want to get that in NLT real quick.
All right, bring it out.
This is Revelation 6:6 in NLT. And I heard a voice from among the 4 living beasts say, a loaf of wheat bread or 3 loaves of barley will cost a day's pay.
Yep. And what you getting out of that is, look, all right, we can get this right now, okay? Because on these certain jobs throughout the economy, you have companies giving their employees raises. Okay, like I was on the job when this shit first popped off, when the first actual inflation started to hit the stores and throughout the whole market. Okay, I looked everywhere. Everybody was getting a raise, so they're gonna give you an actual raise on the job to match what's going on there in the economy. You can't stay at this rate of pay, and prices are going up throughout everywhere. Gas, okay, food, all right, going to the mall and getting certain clothes and everything like this. If you're making a certain amount of money, you're not gonna be able to afford it, so they have to match what that is, okay, according to how the economy goes.
I got a name for that.
Yeah, I got the card.
Look that up.
Yeah. Go ahead, bro. Hey, read the rest of it.
Oh, you going into the asses?
Yeah, we hold. You know, I thought you was still reading.
Read on verse 6.
Oh, okay.
NLT, yeah.
All right, just a little more. And it says, and don't waste the olive oil and wine.
And there you go. Because during these bad times, the men of the Lord are not going to be affected by this. Man. Okay, the oil and the wine represents this truth. Okay, the righteousness, the righteous ones, the elect ones, we're going to be protected. The Lord going to take care of us.
All right, and we're talking about people not being able to afford food, right?
Yep.
It's going to be too high for them to afford. But this was thus said the Lord for His servants. Mm-hmm. Isaiah 65:13. This inflation is not going to have an effect on His servants.
Right. But
it was just 20 some of us together the other day, and we had food left over.
Yep.
You know, hey, brother, I'll take some of this shit home. You know, I finished it off though.
Yep. I still got wine and everything in the refrigerator. That's right. Well, I want to tell y'all that.
Isaiah 65:13. Therefore, thus saith Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. All right, this is the times we're talking about. When the high inflation hit and the money system collapsed, and then even when Esau do this world basic universal basic income, he gonna be bird feeding. Y'all motherfuckers gonna be hungry. And Abba Ratazah in that righteous number with his servants. He say, my servants shall eat, but you shall be hungry. And get that Revelation 3 and 10, because we're going to show who this, all these calamities for. All right? My servants shall drink, but you shall be thirsty. Guess what? The Lord's servants, Lord, love drinking yayan and shikar. All right? We love drinking alkalized water.
Yes.
Living water. All right? He's going to give us what we need, man. You know?
Yeah.
Behold, my servants shall rejoice, but you shall be ashamed. All right? And how are you going to be rejoicing when you see everybody dying? When all these calamities coming down on earth, the air poison, the water polluted, people dying in the millions. Because prophecies are coming to pass. We're occupied in prophecy. We know the kingdom of heaven is upon us when we see these things happening.
Oh, and this article came out. I showed the brothers at camp, or before camp, about how the water supply, the tap water, got I think it was, I forgot how many chemicals got in it. It's a study that can't get forever chemicals inside of the tap water. So, like, even taking a fucking bath and even drinking that water, all right, is harmful for you 2/3. It's gonna fuck you up. It's gonna kill you. Heavy metals, all right. But the elect have a lower level of spiritual power right now, but we already protected. Okay, people got the fucking, like we talk about, people got the jab out here right now. Okay, you can get affected. They can get affected by that. Okay, we're not gonna go into how, but we talked about it amongst brothers. We have a lower level of protection. Okay, from the Lord right now.
Right. Yeah.
All right, go ahead, bro.
I want to go into something real quick.
Let me finish verse 14. You got it. Behold, my servant shall sing for joy apart, but ye shall cry for sorrow apart, and shall howl for vexation of spirit. When a man howls, oh Lord, hey, that's pain, bro, because men normally try to keep their emotions in. All right, the Lord say men in Isaiah 19 chapter are going to be as women. Now let him get that Revelation 3 and 10, and you got it, brother.
This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse
So
10.
this is not for the Lord. This is not for the servants of the Lord. Bring it up.
And it reads, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience.
All right, he's talking to his servants, the ones that are going to eat and drink. All right, and you kept the word of his patience. You're holding fast to his testimony, his glorious gospel. Bring it out.
And also will keep thee from the hour of temptation.
All right, this is the hour of temptation we're talking about. Hyperinflation, great death, what you call it? Civil unrest. All right, class wars. All right, race wars. All of these things. That's that hour of temptation. Bring it out. And ultimately, when that Quran will come out, bring it out.
Which shall come upon the world.
That's for the people of the world. It's for you niggas that don't believe. It's for these heathens. All right? It's for you black women that are out of order. All right? And when it come upon you, we can't wait. Our righteous side, we're on the right side of judgment. Bring it out.
Try them which dwell upon the earth.
To judge them. That word goes into judgment. Okay? To judge them that are upon the earth. And that's what we're crying for. The Lord, how long, Lord? Come judge these motherfuckers. We signed and crying for him to come judge them. We're in Sodomite-ville, man. You got it, brother.
And man, and I'm about to read these 2 points about inflation, and it's very important, and we're going to go into the scriptures and grab this too. First question. Who benefits from inflation? Stockholders. Stockholders get some protection from inflation because the same factors that rise the price of goods also raise the value of companies. Meanwhile, companies can raise prices to shelter their profitability from inflation. But some firms have thinner profit margins, such as retail and restaurants, and that's why retail and restaurants are, for the most part, closing. All right, but the rich are going to get richer during this time period. Now, this is another question: who does inflation hurt the most? Low-income households. So, if you're not part of that 10% that makes that $200K or more, 90% of America is going to be swept under the rug, man. It's going to be a financial storm. You got it out?
Yeah. And let me,
back that up.
and go back to Revelation 6. What I'm going to read is going to tie right into it. All right? This is from naturalnews.com. It says the globalist, like that word, the globalist end game for America's economy is hyperinflation followed by an economic collapse. All right? It says back in 2020, Dr. Vernon Coleman was warning the world that interest rates would soon rise and inflation would soar as a part of a globalist-led effort to bankrupt the country and plunge it into poverty and destruction. That's where we're headed right now. All roads are leading to that corral. You have poverty, okay? You have okay? It's going to result, like the movie The Siege, okay? It's going to result to everybody's being electronically tagged with a device inside of their forehead, inside of their hand, to let them know who is who, okay? It says, it turns out Coleman was right as hyperinflation and collapse now loom. Watch this. In November 2020, Coleman published a video entitled How They Plan to Bankrupt Us All that talks all about the very things we are now seeing happening. These are the birth pains, okay? Is Coleman a prophet? It says he is more an observer who sees the writing on the wall and knows that the globalist plan all along was to rob, steal, kill, and destroy the country with hyperinflation followed by a collapse. And that's what the brother has been reading in Revelation 6th chapter. Starting with the house shot being the white horse, okay? Going to the red horse, Esau evil, okay? The black horse, went into that. Jacob trouble, bad times, going back to slavery, okay? And even that last horse, in Revelation 6, the pale horse, okay? It says it's going to rob, steal, kill, and destroy. It's not that the characteristics of Amalek, Esau evil? All right, go ahead, bro.
Verse 7, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard, behold, a pale horse.
Yep.
And his name that sat on him was Death.
Yes.
And hell followed with him.
Mm-hmm.
And power was given unto them over the four corners of the earth to kill with sword and with hunger and with death and with the beasts of the earth.
Yep. Now, get that. I'm going to break that down. But get tonight. Get 2 Nephi 15 and start at 14. All right. So what you just witnessed with the brother read in Revelation 6 is a black horse. Okay. All right, coming with sorrows, okay, great mourning. And when people don't have anything to fucking eat or drink, you can't go out and celebrate anymore because the mirth is ceasing from out here. Okay, people not able to do the same shit they was going to be able to, they was doing a few years ago. It's going to lead to people grabbing their guns, okay, coming in houses, all right, destroying one another.
Oh, home invasions is up.
Yes,
It's up.
carjacking is up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, read what you got, bro.
2 chapter 15 and verse 14. Woe unto the world and them that dwell therein.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Now, it could be a multiplicity of events that can take place, like that guy that got killed over there by the police in France, and France is lit, okay, on fire, okay. I haven't seen what's going on the last couple of days, but all right, it's been lit for the last past week or two, all right. Just imagine an event like that taking place over here in America, okay. They've already done with George Floyd, okay. Certain other Jason got whacked by the police, okay. Something terrible is going to happen in the earth where everything is going to cease to stop, and all hell is going to break loose, and it'll never be like it was again, man. All right. Yes, civil unrest, civil war will hit the streets of America. Yahushua said it in Matthew the 24th chapter. Nation against nation, kingdom against kingdom. All right. Go ahead. Say something on.
I got a precept.
Speak up.
And all right, now this precept is going into who benefits from hyperinflation, who benefits from all this hell, the holy hell that's going to be hitting the earth, and who is not going to affect. It's not going to affect the men of the Lord. It's not going to affect what I'm about to read. This is Psalm 73 and 5. We are coming into a time of Jacob's trouble. The whole world is going to be tried, right? The whole world is going to be judged. But these people, for different purposes, we'll get that in the scripture, going to be exempt. This is Psalm 73, and this is going into the elites, the bankers, the ones that set this up. They are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men. I'm going to go down to verse 7. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily. So when the world is burning, they're going to be doing what they was doing when 9/11 happened. They're going to be toasting. They're going to be drinking. They're going to be pointing their fingers and laughing. And they're going to be like, they're going to come to us. All right? They're they're going to flock to this sea hill. They're going to flock to this great reset. They need us, and they're going to be gaining weight, man. All right? So that time period is going to be profitable for them. They're actually going to quadruple and double their company's values, man. You got it out?
Yeah. What you got? Now you got something?
This is
Break it down.
happening on 2 Corinthians 15, 2 Corinthians 15 and 15, 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and they and the course of their actions and it says stand in their power. That's going into the times we're coming into where you're gonna have them race riots, all right? And the people are gonna come against the government, which we see that going on over there in France. And you already see the home invasion at a skyrocket. All right, the brother was just saying how the carjacking is going up. All right, so people is taking an action in their own power, in their own hands. All right, you got it, brother.
Hey, hold fast. Get Isaiah 19 and 8. All right, because another thing that's going to happen, it's not going to be no work here. Everybody that has these jobs, dead-end jobs, all right, artificial intelligence is going to take over. You got artificial intelligence driving 18-wheelers. Esau drives 18-wheelers just like you drive drones. Okay? You're going to have, like you see, I've seen they have the artificial intelligence drive, not artificial intelligence, but the computers delivering people pizzas. Okay? So, a lot of people.
You got drones delivering like Amazon. The drones delivering packages right now.
See, so a lot of people, millions of people, about to lose their jobs, according to these robots. The school system, as you know it, that's going to be done away with. They ain't going to be needing teachers. They're going to probably have one person, and the new wave of the future will be what happened during COVID. You learn at home, then they're going to have cameras in your house, govern you in your house. That movie, that book, what's the book? 1984. Orwell.
George Orwell.
All right, that's about to be a reality. Okay, people are not going to be working. Big Brother is going to be everywhere. All right, and you ain't going to be able to move or turn when you have that new technology that imprint in you. All right, and it's just about to be some desperate times. Bring it out.
This is Isaiah chapter 19 and verse 8. The fishes also shall mourn, and all they that cast angel into the brooks shall lament.
All right, those are men that work. Men, a fisherman always got work, right? These restaurants all over the world. Who always has a job? A fucking fisherman. Okay? But they say they're gonna wail, they're gonna mourn. All right, the waters are gonna be polluted, the system is gonna crash, and what they normally bring to the shores to bargain, they're not gonna be able to get the currency they normally be able to get to take care of themselves. All right, it's just a representation of nobody's gonna have work. Bring it out.
And it reads, and they that spread nets upon the water shall languish.
Come on.
Verse 9.
And their language means they're gonna be in bad case. All right, bring it out.
Verse 9. Moreover, they that work in the fine flax, and they that weave networks.
All right, this is a whole nother industry. All right, those that make clothes, garments, so on and so forth. All right, they ain't gonna have no work. A whole nother industry. Bring it out.
Shall be confounded.
They're gonna be confounded. Go skip down to verse 15.
Verse 15. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt.
There's not gonna be no work here. Where you don't work, you don't what? Eat. The Lord is doing this by design, and He foretold it in the scriptures thousands of years ago was going to happen in Egypt. America is modern day Egypt, aka Babylon, aka Assyria, so on and so forth. You people about to get it. You people that rejected Yahweh Shem Shai's doctrine of life, y'all about to get it. And you niggas gonna get it the worst. Y'all gonna get it the worst. Y'all about to not eat. It's gonna get so bad you're gonna eat your children. Y'all about to turn to cannibals. You're gonna be so hungry.
Hey, we did a video on it. The state of New York issued out a PSA on cannibalism in the New York Times. Cannibalism is a real thing that will happen. So Esau know this. He know the scriptures. When a man doesn't have anything to eat in his household, or the next door neighbor, I done ran in there and took his shit and ate his food, I don't have anything else. You got it? Bring it out.
Second Ezra 15 and 19. A man shall have no pity upon his what? His neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Yep, great tribulation. All right. A horrific bad times are upon the earth, man. We're at the end. That's how we know we're at the end. All right. It's plenty. It's 2 minute signs. All right. A digital dollar is in effect right now. Okay. Now, the Fed. I read an article today how the central bankers are trying to figure out ways to hold the CBDCs in check, so a cyber attack doesn't hit it and cause panic throughout the whole planet Earth. All right. Esau playing all, doing these, rocking these people back and forth to sleep. Okay. Because he knows the Lord is on his way and he cannot stop prophecy. All right. We're bringing it out. Bad times are coming up on the earth. And brother said cannibalism. That's in the book of Baruch. Okay. Eating the flesh of their sons, daughters. Okay. Kids. All right. Hey, women having babies.
Type in
right.
Wendigo psychosis. Wendigo
psychosis. Yeah.
They have a medical term for it.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Wendigo psychosis.
Wow.
All right. And we all know it's the Lord letting those angels that He created for vengeance to appease His wrath on people. When you go to Revelation 7 chapter and say these 4 winds are holding back destruction, they're holding back cannibalistic spirits, graping spirits, what else?
Wendigo spirits,
Wendigo psychosis spirits, apparitions that's going to bug and plague people's minds, to make suicide spirits.
Yeah.
All right? That's what they're holding back. Okay? Just don't hurt the oil and the wine.
Don't fuck with us. Can't fuck with us. We're protected by the Lord. It's the article I was talking about, Aki. All right? Let me get it out of the thing. How I look on the camera. See it on there? It says Twitter disgusted by New York. Twitter disgusted by New York Times piece suggesting there's a time, okay, and place for cannibalism.
What's that?
All right.
This is a sick fuck, man. This devil is a sick fuck, man. All right? But, hey, all of these articles we're bringing out, what we're doing, we're funneling them through the scriptures. All right? Hey, brother, get Deuteronomy. I had you get something? Deuteronomy 28 and 52. And bring this up.
This is Wendigo psychosis. In modern psychiatry, the Wendigo lends its name to a form of psychosis known as Wendigo psychosis, which is characterized by symptoms such as an intense craving for human flesh and an intense fear of becoming a cannibal.
All right, but when you get hungry and the only thing around you, it ain't no deer, it ain't no cats or fucking chickens, and you get a taste for eating flesh, and it's a spirit that gets on you. Once you start, you ain't gonna stop. That happened in World War II. Them dudes developed a taste for eating other humans. That's how hungry they got. You know? Desperate times call for desperate measures. And putting your child on a barbecue grill and sauteing them is desperation. And that's what happens when you disrespect the how about Shema Shai. And he forewarned you this was going to happen.
We're going to talk about cannibalism?
Bring it up.
All right. And people are going to start liking to eat other people. And I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to bring it out. German cannibal Armin Milwies insisted human flesh tastes like pork.
Man.
Human flesh tastes like pork. In the scientific world, what animal has the closest consistency to human flesh and human skin? A pig. And that's why they do the ballistic tests on pigs. If you like bacon, if you like sausage, if you like pork chops, it's safe to say you're going to love the way your neighbor tastes, man.
Yeah, if I don't bad good, they also be growing like human ears in different nations on pigs.
They do.
Yeah.
To replace, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I read about that.
Bring that out, man.
This is Deuteronomy 28 and 52. And he shall besiege thee in all thy gates.
All right, so this is what's going to happen. These troops are gonna come to a neighborhood near you. These hoods, we ain't from 63rd, we from 64th, all that bullshit. All right, what you gonna do when them MRAPs coming down the streets? Y'all gonna be on the top of those projects shooting down at them? Oh no, the 40 cal ain't gonna penetrate it. That AK ain't gonna penetrate it. What you gonna do? You think the AK can penetrate it?
No, I'm thinking about a vest.
Yeah.
AK not going to no
MRAP.
No, it's not.
In no tanks. What
It's
you
not.
gonna do?
It's not.
He gonna besiege you niggas in these neighborhoods. He's gonna grape the women and kill you niggas. Bring it out.
Until thy high and fixed walls come down,
Come on.
wherein thou trustest.
All right, you trust in my hood. Oh, they can play over there. They better not come in my hood.
They're not coming to O Block.
Hey, what Jesus song? Everything I do it for my hood. Okay. The Lord said he's gonna bring that hood down.
And I'm coming back to you with that.
Yeah. They're gonna come all over the Magnolia with that. Bring it out.
Throughout all thy land,
Come on.
and he shall besiege thee in all thy gates.
All right, now this happened in 70 AD. And it happened in the time of the Assyrians. Bring it out.
Throughout all thy land. Which
The Lord made good on his word. It's just that in this incarnation it's going to be worse than ever. All right? It happened during the time the Assyrians besieged Jerusalem. And it happened when the Romans besieged Jerusalem and Messiah. Bring it out.
which the Lord thy power have given thee.
Come on.
Verse 53. And thou shalt eat of the fruit of thy own body.
All right, when this devil besieges you and give you a curfew and tell you can't come out the house and you just got to sit in that house, no water, no canned goods, no food, guess what your little 4-year-old child started looking like? That pork chop y'all like eating so much. That little motherfucker walk past you and you don't even look at him like a human being because when your body starts starving, your mental faculties start to descend into oblivion. All right? You start having psychotic episodes. And that love that you think you have for your child, you're going to see you don't have it. Okay? This is the only love. Love comes out of the scriptures, keeping the commandments. Anything outside of the commandments is a love from a worldly perspective, and that can leave what? Overnight. Y'all don't love each other. Y'all will kill and eat each other as soon as a bad case come up on you. Bring it out.
You see, I genetically modified food that y'all eat. That's only making them hunger. How you say them hunger pains even worse upon you. Why you think Jake eats something, eat a big full-course meal, and the next 30, 45 minutes, or an hour later, you see his hand going back up to his mouth again. So imagine when nothing is available now, man. I'm gonna get one in the group.
Real quick, the scripture also says, man needs to understand and see that he ain't nothing but a beast himself, his fucking self. You see animals in the wild, they get hungry, they will eat their young. All right? A lion is a mammal. A hyena is a mammal. A human man is a what? Is a mammal. You're going to revert back to
all those
primal, man.
All those animals you just named, if it's a famine in the land, they do eat their young. A lioness will eat her cubs. A bear get hungry enough, she'll turn on them and eat them. Now, they're brute beasts. Okay? You humans that think y'all are notches above these animals, y'all gonna see in the coming days that if you don't have the spirit of your high shot, what I mean, you're gonna be no different than the hyena on the Serengeti, and you're gonna do the same shit that hyena does.
9 meals separate you from that animal, man.
Yes, brother. Yes, brother. Yes. Hey, strategically, like that.
That's 3 days.
God. Hey, Quab, right? This for you, Quab. It's Luke 19 and verse 42. How was Shah speaking? It says, it's a lot. We start at verse 40. And he answered and said unto them, I tell you that if these shall hold their peace, the stones would immediately cry out. And when he was come near, he beheld the city and wept over it, saying, if thou hast known, even thou, at least in this thy day, the things which belong unto thy peace, but now they are hid from thine eyes. Okay? I was talking to the Israelites back in 7 AD. You were telling you what was about to befall on you. That the Romans about to come in and sack the temple, destroy it, and whack you. Did you take heed to it? No.
Joseph boy going crazy.
Yep. The prophets are back today telling you that the enemy is about to roll on you tribes, man. Hard. All right? Yes. Verse 43. For the days shall come upon thee that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee and compass thee round.
And he was forewarning them, no different than Moses, Noah was forewarning them what was about to happen in that day and time. We're coming in that same spirit. It's the same spirit that was on Noah to warn the people of his time what was going to happen before it happened. Our great king did the same thing. He look, they're going to besiege Jerusalem. Hey, get with my doctrine or else. All right? We're doing the same thing that's going to happen. This devil is about to come down with great wrath, and in the hood near you, in suburbia near you, wherever Jake dwell, and what they call it?
Metropolitan area.
Bodegas, what the northern tribes eat.
Barrios.
Yeah, barrios, ponderosas, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The devil is coming down with great wrath to kill you and your children.
Yeah.
And to spoil you. And you women that are so promiscuous, the light flaunting your body is my body. I can do what I want. Be prepared to get dealt with treacherous. Ravished.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
Grievous.
You're going to be sold on auction blocks. You're going to be traded for
bottles of water.
There you go. Yeah.
Half a bottle.
Yeah.
You ain't going to be making that, going to the strip club, coming out with $500 a night, $1,000, making $10,000 a week. Because some of them always be hustling.
Yes, they make good. Like
And then y'all gonna do it on your own. You gonna put yourself out for hire for 2 bottles of water in a leg, in a thigh.
For the forever chemical water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I got y'all. This Luke, read it again. Luke 19 and 43. For the days shall come upon thee that thine enemy shall cast a trench about thee. That word trench goes to corrupt. Okay? The same thing, well, not the same thing, but it got the same word over there corrupt. The etymology of the word corrupt is corrupt. Okay? And compass thee round and keep thee in on every side. Those are those military troops.
Besieging thee.
Right.
What you just read in Deuteronomy 28. They're gonna besiege thee.
Yep.
Like they did in the ancient world.
That's it. Back in like the Romans with Titus Vespasian, the Domitian, Tiberius, okay, building those big gates to house you in, keep you in on every side. That produces what? Famine, cannibalism. Okay, eat anything that you can get your hands on.
Yeah.
Jake eating the Jordan that they fighting over in the stores.
Hey, look, and we talking about a military coming in and besiege the people and overtake the people. But hyperinflation does that without military might.
Yep.
Hyperinflation will have you eating your child.
Right.
You just can't afford shit.
Can't afford it. It's a rapid increase because you got inflation, which is tight on you already. Okay, putting a grip on it to where you're limited. When hyperinflation actually hits, all hell breaks loose. All right, that's when your secondary 15 and 16 comes into play. We're definitely in that time right now. It's the last verse, Luke 19 and 44. And shall lay thee even with the ground.
That means spoil you, man.
Right.
Humble you. Because you're going to be humble. Because before it's over, all y'all going to speak the language of Canaan. Y'all going to be calling out to Yahweh Shai. The unbelievers are going to believe, but it's going to be too late. Proverbs, the first chapter, say then you will call on you. All right? Oh, now you want to learn the language of Canaan.
Right.
Now you want to learn Yahweh Shai. But it's going to be too late.
Give us some of your oil.
Yeah.
No, can't have it. All right?
Negative.
And thy children within thee. All right? So you're going to be right there with them. All right? Scripture speaks about that in Isaiah 13 chapter. All right? It says, and they shall not leave in thee one stone upon another, because thou knowest not the time of thy visitation. All right? Because you'll sleep out here. Gross darkness to people. All right? The children of this world, even Esau, Edom, is on point, okay, with knowing that we're in the last of the last times and get prepared on a carnal level. All right? But you Jakes have no idea what's coming down the pipe. You know it's not the time of the visitation. We're in the days of the Lord visiting the planet Earth. All right? That's I think that's in Isaiah 29th chapter, verse 6 verse. All right? Y'all want to get y'all precept and we can wrap it on out.
I got a precept.
Go ahead.
Romans 15 and 4 say, things written aforetime was written for our learning, So this is something that happened in the ancient world, all right, where they were forewarned it was going to happen. And this is what happened to the Israelites that didn't take heed. This is 2 Kings 6:25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 4 pieces of silver. Now, that's how bad our people went off. They know an ass is an unclean food, but they start starving together. Man is this beast. Whatever around them, they're going to eat it. All right? And a fourth part of calf of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. So people were spending good money to eat bird shit. Your body start telling you it needs food and it's going in great times without food, your body really starts eating itself. Okay? And whatever you get your hands on, you eat it. Our people in the ancient world got so hungry they started paying good money to eat bird shit. Okay? And as the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall, there cried a woman unto him, saying, Help, my lord, O king. And he said, If the Lord do not help thee, when shall I help thee? And that's what it is. That's what we understand. If the Lord ain't with us, it's nothing we can do. All right? That's why you have to take heed to this word and submit to Yahweh Shema Shai's word, man. All right? Or else, out of the barn floor, out of the winepress. And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her the next day, Give thy son that we may eat him. And she hid her son. All right? Now, this happened in the ancient world. How much more in these modern times? Because in the ancient world, the difference between the people then and now, they knew how to live off the land. They knew how to hunt. All right? They had more skills than the people in this age of technology. The people here in America are totally dependent upon the system, upon Walmart, the government. They don't know how to fend for themselves. All right? So a woman killing her son, her daughter, and eating them is not far-fetched to think that can happen after she goes a duration of time not eating. These women are brute beasts right now. Look how they deal with their bodies.
It's going to be like Esau say, man, I'm close to death anyway. What good is this birthright going to do me? What good is this child going to do me? We both going to die? So
it's another mouth to feed.
Yeah, slap him in the head with that baseball bat and you start gutting him up.
And look, this is prophecy. This is foretold in the scriptures. This is what's about to happen to you silly Americans that laugh and scoff at the men of the Lord for telling you the truth of the scriptures. Have we become your enemies when we tell you the truth? Yes. And when your calamities befall you, we can't wait to laugh and say, I told you so. Yeah. One of the most beautiful words in the English dictionary is, I told you so. You got it, bro.
Right, we did a video on that a couple months ago.
Yeah. And before I go into my last precept, I want to say something about what this brother just read, because it stood out. Let me just say this, man. You could go up to your average American today and offer them $100,000 to eat bird shit. The vast majority is going to turn it down, right?
I don't know about that.
You gotta be, hey, bro. It's a danger. You a dangerous motherfucker if you get to the point where you eat bird shit. You are dangerous, man. And you're gonna have millions of these people walking up on earth, and that's why everybody gonna avoid one another, man. Now this is 2 Ezra 15.
Hey, these niggas eat some bird shit for $100,000.
Fear factor.
Man, you got niggas get ran up in their rectum for $100,000. They'll definitely eat some bird shit. You got it.
Less than that too. We'll agree. Look, from bird shit to that $100,000, yeah. Jacob been over.
But that's a dangerous man.
Yeah, of course.
And that's and this is gonna be your average guy.
Yeah.
That's dangerous. 2 Ezra 15.
Piece of shit.
That's gonna be eating. Yeah. 15 to 57. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thy shall fall through the sword. Thy city shall be broken down. And the city is going to be broken down because the people themselves have been put back into a corner. Esau was playing chess. Esau already has his chess pieces set up. So when he moves this move over here, we're going to be like, he knows that they're going to do this. So he's going to have those troops ready. And those troops are going to come down with holy hell, and they're going to have vigor, man. They're not going to play no games, man. All right? And they shall perish with the sword in the field. What does the field represent? For you people that's smart enough to make it outside of the city, for you people that think that you can grow a brain and go and go to a cabin and rough it out, you're gonna die there. All right, and it says with the sword. Those troops are going to just stop at the city. You're going to have specialized troops. You're going to have AI. You're going to have heat-seeking cameras that can see you. All right. Verse 58. They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger. The mountains also represent what? The wilderness. You're going to starve to death in the mountains because those ponds, those streams are going to be poisoned. No fish, no nothing, man. All right. Ooh. And if you finish, go ahead. And eat their own flesh. Are they going to cut their fingers off and eat them? That's talking about eating their what? Their children. They're going to eat their children. And I saw one of the movie with that train. You know, remember the Snowpiercer? The dude that had that arm cut off, he cut it off so that he could feed the people, so that they could stop rioting. All right? So eat their own flesh and drink their own blood for very hunger of bread and thirst of water. All right? So these people are going to be starving until they mind and they wits leave them, and they're going to turn into a rabid dog. All right? Now I'm going to go down to verse 61. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee and thy cities, thy land, and thy mountains. So they have the cities on lock, the subdivisions on lock, the wilderness on lock, and like they got in California and certain places in Tennessee, the mountains are going to be on lock, okay? All thy woods and thy fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. You are not going to be able to go out there and be Mr. Nature. This is not going to be no naked and afraid. Everybody's going to be naked and everybody's going to be afraid except for the men of the Lord, man. All right? Verse 63. Thy children shall they carry away captive. Human trafficking. All right? These LGBTQs, the sons used to be safe for being victims of what's the word I want to use? The P word, the oldest profession in the book, of being great. And look what thou hast done. They shall spoil it and mar the beauty of thy face. And they're gonna beat the shit out of you, man. All right? You're gonna be tortured. You're gonna be judged, man. You're gonna get your ass whooped and tied up. All right? And you're gonna be sold for either lustful purposes, or you're gonna be sold for food. You got it, all right?
Yeah. Go ahead, Knight. Got it. Let me show this then. All right. Back to what the guy was saying, man. Hell, we might not even be down here in this state right here. Yeah. All right. We might not even be bringing it out. All right. Look at what it says. 80%. 80%. That's Louisiana. All right. Louisiana is totally underwater. All right. The West Coast completely underwater. Okay. All the way through the East Coast. Okay. But down here in the deep South.
That's the whole South.
That's the whole, yeah. America's drenched. I mean, Louisiana is drenched for sure. Mississippi, Alabama. I'm going to play it again. All right. See it on there?
It's showing real good.
All right. Look at all that, man. This is what Esau got planned. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh while Yahweh shot.
Y'all can't even say. The Carolinas, Virginia, the DMV.
Yeah.
Look, that's just not that's not just no drawings. Those drawings come from the Army Corps of Engineers. All right, so that's the government. That's what the government have plans for. And these devils with all these dams they build and all these diversion canals and waterways, they can do that technically. They know how to do that. They know how to flood a whole state. Run the Mississippi River.
They flooded Baton Rouge back in 2016.
Yeah, and New Orleans.
And New Orleans.
You know, and I had a dream New Orleans was completely underwater. So it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, through the spirit.
In 2016, after it stopped raining, that's when the water started getting really high where I was like, what the hell is going on, man?
Yeah. But this time, millions of people gonna die. They're gonna flood people down here in the southern coast, man. All right, this is the devil. All right, and we forewarned you about it.
Yeah. It's Isaiah 24:10. It said the city of confusion is broken down. Every house is shut up, that no man may come in. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. So everything has been going on, all these social media platforms, women shaking their asses and everything like this. Okay, going to clubs, okay, partying bullshit, everything is gonna stop. I remember when the C19 popped off, we went to Lafayette and brought it out that weekend. And what we had brought it out at on the highway, that whole fucking block was boarded up, okay, with plywood and toe boards. With nobody on the street but the prophets. The Lord know how to make everything stop. Okay? And we hasten the day that this happens, man. We want it to happen. We need something like I just showed y'all brothers on the camera. With 8% of Babylon underwater. Okay? We need that to happen. How about the Lord do it like that out there, send the nuclear weapons over here?
Yeah.
That's how it's gonna go down. Okay? See, the confusion is broken down. It will happen. All right? It's not a matter of if, but when.
Both elites need that to happen. The elites on the left-hand side need it to happen, and the elites on the right-hand side need it to happen, man.
Yep. It's the last verse. It says, in the city is left desolation, and the gate is smitten with destruction. That's what we need, man. We need destruction. We need this to happen. All right? Because we enter into what they call down here in these Gulf states, okay, the peak of hurricane season. It's a matter of weeks away from mid-August all the way through, okay? Hey, bad times, hey, the days are evil, man. All right? We're already making the necessary arrangements to go to other cities, other states. Bible says a prudent man foreseeth the evil and hide himself.
Yes.
All right? So with that, we want to close out. Hope this video was very edifying. Okay? Hyperinflation before the crash will hit America hard. Okay? Giving all infinite honor and glory and praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Yahweh. Double honor to the elders and apostles, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hope elect who continue to push this gospel throughout the four corners of the earth in these latter days. A Bible ball,
Bible ball.
Kwame Yashala,
Kwame Yashala.
Shalom Makiyam.